and thank you for tuning in to the very third edition of Strengths Talk. My name is Stone Bogart. I'm a Strengths Quest ambassador here at MVCC. Today should be a very special edition because we have MVCC's very own President VanWagoner here to talk to us about Strengths Quest today. So thank you, President VanWagoner, for joining us. It's an honor to have you doing this and taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Great to be here. Thanks.
So just to start it off, what are your top five talents?
My top five are ideation, maximizer, arranger, strategic, and achiever.
And what were your initial thoughts of Strengths Quest and your results?
It was one of those things that it was 13 years ago. And first time I got my results, probably the biggest thing that struck me was just how accurate the results were, but in a way that I had never really thought of, I guess. And it gave me a new vocabulary to think about myself. And I think that's what probably struck me the most about the whole thing is I suddenly had this new vocabulary to think about myself and to even communicate with others.
Yeah, I like that too. Strengths Quest lets us have a set of vocabulary to talk about this. So you initially did agree with your results.
Yeah, very much so.
In the past, I think Dean Kayla, the last one, he disagreed with one, and then Professor Shaw disagreed with one too. So you're the first one who agreed with them all right off the bat. Awesome. So President VanWagoner, how have you used and developed your talents in your career?
I'd have to say early in my career, the achiever theme and maximizer were probably the ones that I used the most on a daily basis. Seeing the maximizer, seeing opportunity in every challenge and making the best of every situation, and certainly achiever, working as hard as possible and getting a lot done every day. Those themes really served me well early in my career. As my responsibilities have expanded later in my career, the strategic theme and the arranger theme have come into play much more so as the challenges have become a little more complex with added responsibility. So those themes really have stayed with me throughout my career.
Awesome. So I have to ask, as an achiever, are you a fan of checklists?
Very much so.
Very much so.
That is certainly earlier in my career. That was my survival when I had so many tasks, and now my calendar almost serves as my checklist of what's the next meeting and what's the next task at hand.
Awesome. Okay, so a little similar question is, how has Strengths Quest impacted your life?
You know, probably the most significant way that it's affected my life is as a parent. It has greatly affected my parenting. My wife and I have two wonderful daughters, but I don't know if I would be parenting the same way if I hadn't been exposed to strengths in all the ways that I have over my career. So certainly raising two strengths-based children has certainly been probably the most significant way it's affected my life. Our oldest daughter, when she took the Strengths Finder, it opened up new conversations for us between me as a parent and with my daughter, and I've greatly appreciated that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the first time someone's talked about parenting at Strengths Quest that I've talked to at all. I like that with our world today being a little more negative than it should be. Bringing a positive approach into parenting like that is nothing but beneficial.
Served me well, I think. Hopefully she would think the same.
Yeah, I'm sure if she was here, she'd agree. So next question is, what advice do you have for students about understanding and using their strengths?
Yeah, I think one of the important things is not only to know your own strengths, but try to see strengths in others. And I think that leads to improved relationships where you can, if you approach every relationship and every person with an idea that everyone has strengths, it's just a matter of trying to identify, understand, and work with those strengths. That's probably my maximizer coming out, but certainly I think that's the number one piece of advice. And then the second would be in understanding your own strengths, know that they can take many different forms as you apply them, and sometimes in the most unexpected ways. So the more you're conscious about them and recognize that your strengths are deep down really your motivations, that what motivates you. Anytime you're feeling unmotivated, tap those strengths and see them as your motivations, and you'll continue to progress.
Yeah. Great. That's great advice. Thank you. What does it mean for us to be a strengths-based college here at MVCC?
I think for Mohawk Valley Community College to be a strengths-based college really means that we see potential and strength in every student. and the extent to which we can organize ourselves as a college, support services and even programs around helping students, again, maximize their student experience around their strengths and a place to learn, grow, and develop with their strengths in mind, makes MVCC a distinctive educational experience for students.
Yeah, that's one thing that I really liked when I first came here, was knowing that this school believes everybody has the ability to succeed within them when they come here. And then through leadership such as yours and faculty here, that helps bring out those strengths and students.
Well, one of the related elements to our college, our core value statements at the college is, I believe in you so you can believe in yourself. And I think the strengths program here really sets that in motion.
Yeah, definitely. I like that a lot. So last question here is, what would you like to see as the future of Strengths Quest at MVCC?
Yeah, for me, the future, my hope is that all of our work with Strengths Quest, with students and faculty and staff, eventually the whole purpose is to lead to increased student success, that the more students understand their strengths, the more they can leverage them in their academic and social aspects of the college experience here, that we'll see increased student success, both here at the college and then for years after, even after they've moved on, graduated and moved on.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for joining us, President VanWagoner. Really appreciate it. That wraps up this edition of Strengths Talk, sorry. So thank you for joining us.
So, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Sean.
it.